You know my name. You've seen my face. And it's very clear that I am Super eShop Man. TM. Super eShop Man, finding great sales whenever he can. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Welcome to the holy grail of eShop Holiday Bonanza Sale game picks. These are the cream of the crop, the absolute very best games under 40 bucks, or because it's Nintendo, under $41.99. I've got 25 picks for you today in the upper echelon, the elite tier of titles. These are the ones that you're gonna have the most fun with. So without further ado, we will get to our list, but if you want to save some of these games, you probably need some space, and that's where the Lexar Play card comes in. Thankfully, they've upgraded the Lexar Play card to be faster than ever before, and right on time for a brand new Black Friday sale where you can get the 1 terabyte card for 50% off, which is amazing. They've also got the 256 gig card for 44% off and the 512 gig card for 38% off, bringing the 512 gigabyte Lexar Play card to $30.95. I think if you ask me, that might be the sweet spot. Although picking up a 256 gig card for under $16 also feels like one heck of a steal. These sales run until November 27th, so make sure to click the link in the description down below to take advantage of Lexar's biggest bonanza of the year. Every time you click the link, it helps support the channel, so that's fun too. But now, let me get you some amazing games on sale, the eShop style. In no particular order, because these games are all stellar. Sonic Frontiers is $23.99. I love Sonic Frontiers at this price, baby. I don't think Sonic Frontiers is my favorite $60 game ever, but I think at a $24 title, Sonic Frontiers is a pretty cool open world adventure. They added a boatload of DLC, and I think it's the beginning of the future of Sonic. I think we are on the ground floor. Frontiers will probably continue into a franchise and only get bigger and better, but already as is, it's more fun than it is good. And sometimes that's what you're looking for in a deal. A game that is just going to bring you some joy during the holiday season. Next up, we've got Persona 5 Royal for 30 bucks, $29.99 for 100 hours of style, pizzazz, panache, absolute glitz and glamour. This is a freaking RPG for the ages. JRPG, but the J stands for Jesus. You look absolutely fantastical. The game, the UI, the aesthetic, it's incomparable. That's why I picked Persona 5 Golden right towards the top of the eShop charts. But Kirby in the Forgotten Land from Nintendo is $42. I know I said under 40, but they like to do $41.99. It feels better to them. We'll let it be because Kirby is one of the best experiences they evolved on Nintendo Switch. Kirby before was a suck and chuck in 2D, but now Kirby can do 3D as well. Hope it didn't make you want to vomit, because this game is anything but. It actually finds a way to make Kirby really engaging and one of the cleanest experiences in terms of 3D platforming, not named Mario. I love this game. I think it's totally worth it at this price point, and it is the best Kirby game ever made. Keeping on the first party train, Fire Emblem Engage is $41.99. This is the newer Fire Emblem game. Now there's a bunch of Fire Emblems on Switch, but I think this is people's second favorite. Gameplay-wise, it might be the best, but Three Houses definitely, I think, has the more enjoyable storyline and just the battles of the three factions. But can't go wrong with Engage. This brings it down, I believe, to one of its lowest price points, as it is a newer title. Bandana Origins may not have piqued your interest at $60, but this one at $41.99, I feel like it's worth a flyer. Bandana Origins actually scored well, although I don't think it got a lot of attention or maybe made a lot of sales. It's very different from the typical Bayonetta formula. It has a totally different art style, although it does involve some of these same characters, and obviously Miss Bayonetta Soreza herself. It's like absolutely a complete about face. If you're looking for something quirky and interesting and engaging, maybe a little repetitive, Bandana Origins could be for you. Monster Hunter Rise plus Sunbreak at $30 is a steal. Monster Hunter Rise was my favorite pick for a sale last year at $20, but now for 10 more bucks, you're getting the Sunbreak expansion and everything that includes as well. It's amazing. If you like slaying big monsters, working together with Nintendo, excellent co-op on their new online network, this is the way to go. They started using a better infrastructure with MHR to support better online connectivity, and thank goodness, because sometimes you will need a couple of friends to slay the massive foes. One of the most impressive games that began on Switch. There's a PC port now, but this is a Switch game for what it's worth. At least that's how it began, and I bet we're getting another Monster Hunter on Switch pretty darn soon. In the meantime, this is one of the best deals of the year, 30 bucks. Solar Ash is $23.99, and this just came out on Switch. Slide your way hyper light drifter style through a gorgeous world as you skate through environments and navigate your way towards boss battles. I feel like this game split an audience in terms of some loved it and some thought it was absolutely mediocre. Where will you fall at $23.99? It's definitely worth a shot. But let's get you some sure deals, okay? Some ones that you're gonna love 100%. That's where Crash Bandicoot, the Quadrilogy bundle, comes in for 28 bucks. You're getting Crash 1, 2, 3 remastered, and Crash 4. I cannot believe how well Crash 1, 2, and 3 hold up in today's gaming space, and the level of difficulty and challenge. You're gonna ask yourself, how did I do that when I was a kid? And if you've never played them, they're all good, and you can see where the franchise began with some very tough run-at-the-screen platforming and evolves into Crash 4, which was a successful title in its own right. I love everything Crash Bandicoot on Switch, and this at 28 bucks feels like a reaping. Mario plus Rabid Sparks of Hope is $25.15 on the eShop. That is a $15 sale over on Amazon and elsewhere, but if you do want to have your things digitally, you can't find that sale. You don't want to tread out into the waters of the Black Friday mob. I understand. Still a phenomenal price for a fantastic, underrated game. It's strategy, turn-based battles, but with so much more action and player involvement than the typical tactical title. It's just amazing. Please give it a chance. Luigis Mansion 3 is $40, and I think that's a fun price for the ghostly single-player adventure. There is some slight multiplayer, but this one is all about Nintendo telling the story of a hotel. Mario is, of course, missing, and Luigi is the hero. Need I say more? $40 is a good sale for this one in comparison to some of Nintendo's other sales on big tentpole titles that felt a little bit lackluster this year. Red Dead Redemption is on Switch for 35 bucks. Yes, you can get this game for like $5 on other platforms, but it previously was much more on Nintendo Switch, so here's a nice discount for your cowboy simulator. Fantastic title. It's old. I don't know how old it feels at this point. I loved it back in the day, but if you're looking to play it on Switch and just want to take it with you, this is the best price it's been yet. Tunic is $20.99. It's Zelda, but done now. The fox is so cute to play as, and the secrets in this game are excellent. The way you have to navigate an in-game manual to figure out what you're actually trying to do in the game, and then tackle very difficult trying bosses that feel so satisfying when you finally slay. This is a gorgeous world worth your exploration, and the game builds upon itself, seeming small, but then it continues to expand and introduce new levels and new areas. You'll find different hidden paths that you never noticed before that actually shortcut you through the game and uncover unlockables and more. It is an incredibly good modernization of the Zelda formula, and I really enjoyed the heck out of this one. Played it both Switch and Steam Deck. Persona 3 and Persona 4 Golden are together for $23.69. If you need a couple hundred hours of JRPGs, you're bored, you don't got anything to do, you have the longest car drive in the world, then this is a good pickup for you. Or No More Heroes 3, kind of the opposite. Very intense and immediate. Slice down these psychotic bosses for $24.99 in a game that is, again, more fun than good. I don't know that I love anything about No More Heroes 3 except that it exists, because for its style, for its audaciousness, and for those boss battles, it is absolutely worth playing. It Takes Two, the co-op of the decade? $24.79, this EA original that merges two parents bickering into two lovable dolls working together through a wide variety of mini games, mazes, and more. Every stage is different, and every stage is definitely going to require communication and cooperative skills. A great one to play with a child, a parent, a spouse, a significant other. It Takes Two, glad we have it on Switch, and this feels like a great price. No Man's Sky, $30. They've supported the heck out of this thing, unlike many others. I believe it's up for a Game Award for Best Community Support because they've just kept the train rolling for so long. What a remarkable turnaround from a game that came out and people said, this is not what you sold us, and now, years later, for 30 bucks, you're getting one of the best space games of all time. Such an impressive story. Lego 2K Drive is $30 on the eShop. If you're bored with Mario Kart and want something a little bit brickier, this might be for you. I actually would pick up Lego 2K Drive over the aforementioned Hot Wheels Unleashed in the last video, the $10 to $20 range. Even though it's more expensive, there is an open world and a whole lot of quest and single player content here in 2K Drive. It's not Mario Kart, but it might be your next racing fix. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection wooed me back in the day. I remember reading magazine reviews and saying, I gotta get this game. It's Mega Man on a grid with cards and with all sorts of interesting combat, combos, and characters. $40 for every Mega Man Battle Network game is a pretty good deal. Maybe you only need half of them. They actually broke this Legacy Collection into 2 packs, but the best deal is to get the whole bundle. If you want to continue and see the story through with all the different versions, all the different titles, all the sequels, here is the perfect time to pick it up. EA Sports FC 24, what the heck is that? Nobody knows. Why didn't they just continue calling it FIFA? This is FIFA, but it's instead of FIFA, it's FC 24, $29.99 for the Switch version. I think they delivered a better product this time around on Switch, but I don't really play these, so I can't be totally sure. I've heard that it is better because it's not a Legacy Edition, and that was sort of the killer, the nail in the coffin for the FIFA titles on Switch. So maybe it's good they swap things around, move things over. $30. Tales of Symphonia Remastered is $23.99. I remember the tales of Lloyd and Colette from my youth. I gave my brother the strategy guide and I said, peek at the final boss, but don't tell me. And then I bothered him until he told me I spoiled the entire adventure. Don't do that for yourself because the combat here is active and awesome. I love the art style. The remastered version was at one point like $40, now $23.99. Feels like a good get. A Plague Tale Requiem. The only cloud version I'll put on this list because it's a stellar game that was seen releasing on PS5. You can play it on Switch, but please only get this if you have a great internet connection. Otherwise, it's a cloud version, which means you will cry lots of water, tears, because clouds, get it? Have great internet, will travel far. Plague Tale Requiem is full of rats, siblings, and all sorts of daring stealth adventures. Jackbox Party Pack 10 just dropped $27.99 on a sale. If you like family get-togethers, everybody being boisterous and loud, playing on a cell phone, an iPad for grandma, or maybe even the Switch itself, this is a good time. They continue to innovate, introduce new ideas and exciting games, although, I will say, I think the original games might have been the best yet, so you can go back and dig through and get other Jackbox Party Packs on the eShop for far cheaper, but if you do want the newest one that just came out, this one can be had at a nice discount. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is Minecraft meets Dragon Quest. Need I say more? Builders 2 builds upon Builders 1 and I think is regarded as the better game. $34.99, although Builders 1 is on sale as well for cheaper, but I preferred the sequel. It's a lot of building. It really is just like Minecraft and Dragon Quest, so it's a more directed narrative experience with Minecraft mechanics. If that sounds like your cup of tea, or maybe that sounds like the reason you skipped out on Minecraft because it was just so open-ended and maybe you're not the most creative person like me, this could be a fun time this December. Disney Dreamlight Valley Ultimate Edition. This is a double-edged sword here. I like the sale for $41.99 to get all sorts of content and the full package of Disney Dreamlight Valley, but it reminds me that this game was supposed to go free to play, and it didn't. It's not. They're keeping this a paid product, whether because it was super successful or not successful enough, they won't say. I don't know. But regardless, you won't be able to get this for free anytime soon, if ever, so this is a good time to get in if you're interested in Animal Crossing crossed over with the Disney universe. And last but not least is GTA The Trilogy, a title that started off pretty rough on Switch, but since has seen numerous productive patches, and now for $30, $10 a game. Maybe you get excited for GTA 6 this way. I can all but assure you that trailer is going to drop at the Game Awards. Jeff Keighley himself, Mr. GK, he just needs a T and an A in there, and he could really rep the game for always. But for now, you can pick up the Trilogy before GTA 6 maybe one day drops on Switch 2 for $29.99. And there you have it. That concludes our eShop series of videos where we took you through $0 to $5, $5 to $10, $10 to $20, and $20 to $42, delivering an absolute mega load, a cornucopia of gaming goodness. I'm thankful for all the Switch sales we have because Nintendo didn't used to operate this way, and it's really great that we have an opportunity to get so many amazing games for such steep discounts. We're talking everything from 20% all the way up to 90% off, and I love these lists every year. I just know they're a pain in the butt to go through, so I tried to help you out. If you want to check out the other videos, there's one per category featuring 25 to 30 games that are all awesome, and I bet you won't regret buying. But let me know what you're planning to pick up. Your favorite Mario's trying to get away from me. Sometimes my other face, my superhero disguise betrays me, but I'll never betray you. That's why you can stay tuned for the next video. Subscribe if you enjoy these, and have a wonderful holiday season. Whatever you celebrate, wherever you are, I support you and I appreciate you. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Love you lots. SwitchForce out.